Coming up on Cardinals Insider, Nolan Gorman is off to a great start.
He swings and smokes it. Deep right field, and this is long gone.
Plus, go inside Fenway Park's Green Monster, and later, a historic home run achievement.
7 home runs, John, for the Cardinals here tonight.
Those stories and much more ahead on Cardinals Insider. Welcome to Cardinals Insider. I'm Ozzie Smith. Nolan Gorman has become the centerpiece of the Cardinals offense. The 2018 first rounder won National League Player of the Week late in May. And he also created that signature moment of his young career with a game-winning homer against the Dodgers, too. Let's hear from the National League Player of the Week in this week's Player Profile.
He swings and smokes it. Deep right field, and this is long gone. The 10th home run of the year for Nolan Gorman.
You know, it's always good to have a good week, and I think when you're doing that, you're helping the team win. So that was it was a special honor, and you know, hopefully can keep performing.
And he cranks the ball way back to right. Gorman breaks the tie. A 3-run homer for Nolan Gorman, and the Cardinals take a 6-3 lead in the 8th inning.
I don't know what was going through my head. That was it doesn't come out of me like that, you know, a lot. So it was just a big situation. You know, felt like a playoff atmosphere. I think we had over 45,000 people there that day, and you know, to be able to do it late in the game and help the team to secure the W, it's a fun moment. I just enjoyed you know, whatever was happening was going to happen. I think a lot of it just has to do with the preparation and routine and trust and what I've been doing and what I put into the offseason. The clubhouse we had last year had a ton of veterans, so I was able to take in a lot of information from them and learn from, you know, legends like Yachty, Pujols, Bueno. I mean, you got Goldie and Arenado still here. So really just taking in all the information that they've given me and being able to apply it to my game now and you know, continue to learn. You've got to stay level-headed, can't get too high, can't get too low, no matter what the situation is. So you know, just trusting in your abilities and you know, being able to go out there every day with a clear head and you know, ready to do damage and help the team win.
The Cardinals headed to Boston last month, and it's tradition for players to sign the inside of the Green Monster on their first visit to Fenway. Our cameras tagged along with this year's first-timers.
Is it higher than you expected or lower? I think it's higher than I expected.
How's it going?
Hey, good. How are you? Good. Pick a spot, any spot. Anywhere in there?
Oh my gosh.
I want to do it on the actual monster.
Do you know where any of these? Trying to see if there's any names I recognize.
Dang.
Tommy?
Yeah, I didn't know he had to sign it.
Yeah. Oh, did he sign it already?
Yeah, on the actual green frisbee. Okay. Sweet.
How many? I think it's the same. Hopefully. There you go.
Straight ahead on Cardinals Insider, it was a day 80-plus years in the making.
This is the Cardinals flexing.
Details when we return. On May 18th, the Cardinals beat the Dodgers 16-8 at Busch Stadium. They blasted 7 homers. That's the most single-game homers they've hit in St. Louis since 1940. And they hadn't done it on the road since 1996 either. Truly a historic day at the plate.
Fly ball center. That ball is well hit. That ball is not coming back.
A big fly to straightaway center field, and the Cardinals take a 3-2 lead.
Swing, fly ball hit high in the air toward left. At the wall, that one's gone. Look at Yepes.
A home run for Yepes. Yeppe comes through.
Line drive deep right center field. That's on the run. That one's gonna go too.
Back-to-back big flies in the 3rd inning. 3 home runs in the inning for the Cardinals, and they have jumped on Urias.
Birds' bats are beginning to boom. Paulie D said, "You guys having a home run party? I love parties." Swing, fly ball. That one's gonna go a long way. Off the foul pole.
Back-to-back-to-back big flies in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Swing, fly ball. Headed toward that bullpen. Track, wall, way out of here.
And the Cardinals can add 1 more home run to that list.
Fly ball right center. It's carrying. It is gone.
3-run homer, Wilson Contreras. Think Wilson Contreras is having fun as a Cardinal?
Gorman drives this one deep center.
This one might go to center field.
That one to the track and wall.
It is going to be.
Hummel leaps in. He can't get it. This is unbelievable.
Coming up,
It's showing that the Cardinals won, and look, it's the opposite team losing.
some local kids are writing to encourage the Cardinals. That story in just a bit.
No place takes you in depth with the Cardinals like our YouTube channel. Get to know the players, come along for one-of-a-kind experiences, and hang out with personalities from across Cardinals Nation. Plus, we capture the days and moments that make Cardinals baseball so special. Just search St. Louis Cardinals on YouTube and be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. St. Louis Cardinals Baseball.
The Cardinals drafted Oscar Mercado in the 2nd round of the 2013 draft. In 2018, he was traded to Cleveland, but re-signed with St. Louis as a minor league free agent this past November. Things have come full circle after his call-up in mid-May. Our Emily Stevens has more.
Oscar Mercado with an explosive start and a storybook reunion. Oscar, you said the Cardinals were the first team to believe in you when you were just 18 years old. What's the transition been like coming back to the Redbirds?
It's been awesome. To me, it's been such a special feeling just coming back here, putting on this uniform, being surrounded by such a talented group of guys, winning ball games and the team's getting hot, and just being a part of that clubhouse has been kind of like a dream come true for me. So no, it's been everything.
First experience in the bigs was with Cleveland. So what's it like being back here?
It's kind of feels different being on this side, especially with how much time I spend here. But I'm just excited. I'm excited to compete, and I'm looking forward to hopefully putting some wins together against them.
Oscar, you beat up on perhaps one of the best lefties of this generation, Clayton Kershaw. What does it mean to you to be back for only about a week or so and to be able to perform like that?
It's been good. For me, being able to contribute to a team that has high aspirations, it feels good. And I always said, no matter what my role is and no matter what they ask of me, I'm always going to be ready to go and give it 100%. And I'm just glad that I've been able to do my part and contribute to winning.
A lot of familiar faces within this ball club. Some guys you played low A with and some guys that you've played against. What's it like to look around and see so much talent?
Oh, I said this earlier too. It's probably the most talented team I've ever been on. Just a great group of guys, and everyone just plays the game so well, so smart and everything. So, like they say, it's a Cardinal tradition to just have guys that know the game through and through, and with having the Hall of Famers at first and third, definitely it's been a joy to watch them play as well. So I'm just glad I get to be here and enjoy it with them.
All right, last one for you. Now, you're no stranger to this ballpark, so what's the key to being successful here?
Well, today you got to keep the ball down because that wind is not being friendly. But, just like any other ballpark, I mean, just got to stay in the gaps. And I think this is a team with really good pitching, especially on the back end of their bullpen. So just got to grind out at bats. That's something this team's our team's really good at doing. So, I would say that's probably the key to success this series.
Thanks so much for your time. All right, guys, Oscar Mercado.
The Cardinals' slow start was frustrating for fans and players alike. And during a rough stretch, a group of St. Louis students wrote letters to encourage their hometown team.
On Wednesday, May 3rd, a group of kids from Kennerly Elementary went to the stadium to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." While they were there, they heard some of the Cardinals fans booing on their home team.
And the fans are not happy.
The next day, they got to school and decided it was time to write letters of encouragement and support to their favorite players.
Well, they were really sad that their Cardinals were booed. And so they decided that showing kindness was important, and they would encourage them by coloring pictures, writing letters for them.
And who's your favorite baseball player?
Probably Wainwright.
Edmund.
Maybe Tommy Edmund.
Probably Wainwright.
Nolan Gorman.
Newbar.
Norman.
Adam Wainwright.
Goldschmidt. Paul Goldschmidt.
Nolan Arenado.
And when you were there, you heard some fans booing. How did that make you feel?
Sad for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals were getting booed by their home team. And you should never boo your home team.
We made cards for the team to make them feel better.
It's showing that the Cardinals won, and look, it's the opposite team losing.
Whenever you're booing them, then if you want your team to win, then you need to be cheering for them, because if you're booing them, they're going to get negative, and that's going to make them feel worse.
Why did you draw a bunch of goldfish?
Because Paul Goldschmidt's nickname is Goldie.
I made this picture, and this says never give up. I told him to never give up and just keep trying. I told him that he was pitching good and keep up the hard work.
Stay confident and keep working hard.
I like how you're working hard.
I did a poem, and instead of roses are red, I did Cardinals are red, violets are blue, sugar sweet, and so are you.
So it says, go Cards. If you think you're having a bad day, make sure you remember to always keep your head up and that tomorrow is a new day.
It is so heartwarming to see our kids so excited about something and get really invested in it, and it's wonderful.
Let's go Cardinals!
Let's head to the break with our trivia question. It's the 10-year anniversary of the 2013 National League pennant. Can you tell me who led the team in RBIs? The answer when we return. Welcome back. Our trivia question revolves around the 2013 pennant winners. Brett McMillan has our answer. Brett?
Thanks, Ozzie. Yes, our trivia question before the break was, who led the 2013 NL champion Cardinals in RBI? The answer is Alan Craig. The then 28-year-old drove in 97 in 134 games. That was fewer appearances than the second and third place hitters, Matt Holliday with 94 in 141 games, and Carlos Beltran with 84 in 145 games. The Cardinals drove in 745 runs as a team that year. That was tops in the National League and third overall in MLB. They slugged .402, 6 points above the league average. But here's where things get really historic. They hit .330 with runners in scoring position, including a .305 mark with 2 out. Driving in 243 under those circumstances, that means nearly 33% of their runs came with 2 out. 10 Cardinals players had at least 50 at-bats with runners in scoring position. Of that group, 8 of them hit .320 or better. In fact, Holliday and Matt Carpenter hit .388 or better. And Craig paced all Cardinals with a .454 average with runners in scoring position. They also were great in extra innings when it really counted, hitting .319 as a club and slugging nearly .400 during bonus baseball. Of course, that season didn't end quite the way the Redbirds had envisioned. but they did rack up the club's 19th NL pennant. There's no doubt it's one of the best offensive seasons by any team in St. Louis or baseball history. Of course, the 2013 club was back for a 10-year reunion earlier this season. If you missed our coverage of that, you can check it out. And this season, Season 8, Episode 11, that episode is available on YouTube or Cardinals.com/insider. We also have a 30-minute conversation as part of the Cardinals Insider podcast with the club's skipper, Mike Matheny. Check that out anywhere that you get your podcast, on YouTube or at Cardinals.com/podcast. For Cardinals Insider, I'm Brett McMillan.
Thanks, Brett. Stay with us. I'm taking one of your questions after the break. It's Ask Ozzie, and it's next. It's time for this week's Ask Ozzie. Brody in Hudson, Wisconsin asked, when did you start playing baseball? Well, like most kids, I started playing baseball when I was 3 or 4 years old. I can remember my uncle had a plastic bat and ball, and we used to throw the bat. We had a pecan tree in the backyard, and I used to take the bat and throw it up there to knock the pecans out of the tree. And I can remember him saying one day, this kid has quite an arm on him. So I started very young, and I fell in love with the game at a very young age, and boy, it led me to Busch Stadium. As a kid, sometimes, I had to create ways of playing by myself, and I used to lay on the floor and throw the ball up and close my eyes or getting the feel of the ball hitting the glove without seeing it, not knowing that was helping enhance my skills. I used to throw the ball up on the roof, run around to the side of the house in hopes that it would hit the gutter and give me enough time to get under and catch it, which I never did. But it was that type of determination that helped me develop as a player. Like anything in life, it's not just baseball, but you're only going to get out of it what you put in. If you don't put anything in, you shouldn't expect anything in return, and that's life. Thanks for the question, Brody. If you want to submit a question, head on over to Cardinals.com/insider and click the Ask Ozzie tab. But for now, don't go anywhere. There's more Cardinals Insider after the break. Let's take a look at some of the best moments of the past few weeks.
When the shots fire, my soul at ease, yeah. If it go down, I might close the sea, yeah.
0-2 pitch is hit deep to center field. It's a home run! Another big fly for Paul Goldschmidt, his second of the game.
Launched out to left. 3 home runs for Paul Goldschmidt.
7 home runs, John, for the Cardinals here tonight.
This is the Cardinals flexing. Swing, fly ball, wallop down the line. Oh, 3 swing, fly ball, belted left center. There's number 14 for the lead. Swing, fly ball. Nolan's done it again.
5 consecutive games. Arenado has hit a home run.
Back to the mound and up the middle. Long hop throw and the stretch. Got him, what a play.
Miles Michaelis with 9 strikeouts.
Swing and a high fly ball deep right. Hit the wall. It's long gone for Gorman.
A swing and a long drive. It's a gunner. In the tunnel.
We end today's show on a somber note. On May 20th, Hall of Fame baseball writer Rick Hummel passed away at the age of 77. The commish covered 5 decades of Cardinals baseball, and his excellence as a writer was matched by his kindness as a human being. And we end the show today with some of the moments from Rick's storied career.